Yeah, good evening, all. I'll be streaming the next Amateur Radio Club's Thursday night check-in net tonight. K0MPI Paul will be your net control this evening. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by K6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. This is where ham radio comes to life. And please stand by for the Nixa Thursday night check-in net. Sorry about that, folks. I got allergies just kind of whipping my tail. Sorry about that. Well, I want to thank everybody that does stop by the stream tonight and watch the stream. Took the trailer out to the Moore Expo today. Be out there tomorrow. Be out there Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., I believe, is the hours. Looking forward to this weekend to get ham radio in front of GMRS and CB operators in the overland community. A lot of GMRS operators out there. We just want to try to bring ham radio to them and try to help grow the hobby. There's a bunch of the YouTubers that are out there. Ham Radio 2.0, Ham Radio Crusader, Digital Rancher.
Good evening and welcome to the Nixa
right,
Amateur
here
Radio
goes the net.
Club Thursday Night Net. This is Paul, KE0MPI. I'll operate as net control this evening. This net meets every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on the club's multi-band suite of repeaters covering the Springfield metro area. The purpose of the net is to pass along announcements and information for both club and regional amateur activities, improve camaraderie amongst area amateurs, find equipment and parts for your station or project, and take advantage of the multi-band facet of this net and other bands besides 2 meters and 70 centimeters to check in the nets and communicate with other amateurs. Utilizing 10 meter, 6 meter, 1.25 meter, 33 centimeter, and the 23 centimeter bands will help you learn your station's capabilities on those bands, the repeater's capabilities, and find others with similar interest in those bands. You may also check into the net via the 29.680, 53.270, 145.270, 147.015, the 224.280, the 442.425, the 927.0125, and the 1285.050 repeaters. And these all have a PL tone of 162.2, except for the 10 meter repeater, which uses a PL of 123.0. And then for VoIP check-ins, you can use the All-Star node 565503 or Echolink node K0NXA-L. Break, more fall. Please key your microphone for 1 second before speaking to allow all the links to rise. Then give your call sign first phonetically, then the regular way, followed by your location and what repeater you're using to check into the net. First, is there any news or announcements for this week's net? Kilo Echo 6, Golf Alpha Echo. David, go ahead.
Thank you, Paul. This is KE6GAE. I just want to remind everybody the More Expo is going on this weekend. If you don't have anything to do, we do have the trailer out there. We're going to try to bring ham radio to a lot of the GMRS Overlander group out there. See how it goes this weekend. But I wanted to remind everybody that that's going on this weekend. There is a cost for it. I'm not sure what it is, but you can see what the cost is on the website. And then also I want to remind everybody a week from this Saturday is the Hams Around the Ozark Breakfast at the Golden Corral in Springfield, Missouri. We meet in the back room. We meet at starting at 8 a.m. We're usually there till about 10 a.m. in the morning. It's not a club-specific event. Don't have to belong to a club. And if you're listening to this and you're not a ham operator yet and you're interested, you're also welcome to join us for some good camaraderie. And anybody out there that's ham radio, got questions on stuff, there's probably somebody in that room that might be able to help you out. Other than that, hopefully we'll see everybody then. KU6GAE, back to net control.
All right, David. Hey, what repeater are you on?
I am on the 425, sir. Also, I am live streaming.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and check you in. Any other announcements? All right, nothing heard. I've got a few club announcements. The next meeting of the club, Nixa Club, will be held at the brand new Nixa Fire Department's new regional training facility located at 711 North Main, and that'll be on Saturday, May the 10th, from 6 o'clock to 7:30. Right now, the scheduled topic after the business meeting is a review of the Branson repeater install. That should be pretty exciting, and we'll also probably touch on Field Day, upcoming events for June. Break, more, Paul. Continuing, we had a great meeting in April with the National Weather Service Warning Coordinator, Steve Reynolds, and the Southwest Missouri Skywarn Coordinator, Patty Palmer, KD0AEL. And it looks like we had quite a few attendees on that, and I hope everybody had a good time. Some more additional trailer work has been completed, and the trailer, as David mentioned, will be at the Moore Expo this weekend, tomorrow and Saturday, and that's at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. You can come by and say hi, and there is more info at the website, and that is Moore Expo, and that's MOORE Expo.com. And then Dave mentioned the breakfast coming up on the 2nd of May. And then also we have Polk County Amateur Radio Club meeting the second Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. And that is, if you look at the Polk County Amateur Radio Club Facebook page, you can get more information on that. Break, more, ball. All right, continuing, there are some other nets that might interest you. The Region D Aries is on the SMLRS net, and that's Fridays at 7:30 p.m., and that's on all of the primary and backup SMLRS repeaters. The Polk County Amateur Radio Club net is Mondays at 7 p.m., and that's on 147.060, 443.675, 442.425 repeaters, and those all have a PL of 162.2. And you can also get on All-Star node 565500 or Echolink K0NXA-L. And then the Region D Aries 6-meter net is on Mondays at 7:30 p.m., and that's on the 53.270 with a PL of 162.2 or All-Star 551050. And then on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. is the Ozarks All-Digital net, and that's on DMR, Fusion, NXDN, and P25 talk groups 31291 by any digital repeater or your personal hotspot. And then the combined Springfield Sedalia Spark 220 megahertz net is Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. and that's on 224.280 with a PL of 162.2 in Springfield, or 224.400 with a PL of 170.2 in Sedalia, and then Echolink K0NXA-L or All-Star 565500. And last but not least is also the Greene County Aries net, and that's Thursdays at 8 p.m. on the 147.225 with a PL of 162.2. And that wraps up the announcements, so we'll start taking check-ins. First off, is there any portable, mobile, or short-time stations? Please check in now. K0MPI.
This is Kilo Bravo 0, November Hotel X-Ray, KB0NHX, James, Portable, and Clover on the 442.425 repeater in Republic. And I have some traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Zulu Kilo Mike on the Kilo Echo 0, Zulu Kilo Mike on the 224 repeater. Battlefield, no traffic, short time.
Charlie 0, India Yankee India, KC0 Iowa, Jim and Nixa on a 6-meter in Republic, no traffic, short time.
All right, we'll stop there, and we'll go back to James, KB0NHX. You said you had traffic?
Hey, good evening, Paul. Thanks for running that tonight. Yeah, just a couple quick updates on on the crane repeater. It's went down out of service here about a week ago, give or take, during the one of the polar nets, Operation Polar. I don't remember what exactly they call it. Some of that effect, anyway, that Bill and Cox has been doing. And the receiver has an issue, so it doesn't appear to be anything major. The antenna system tested good, and the amplifier is making the right amount of power and everything, so it's just not receiving. So we checked the preamp and everything we could while we were there. Looks like we need some parts, so we're going to probably take some parts of one of the other repeaters of that type that we have laying around and see if we can't get it back up and working again. So at least we've got the problem mostly diagnosed, and then once we get that done, we get everything kind of back to normal again on the SMLRS. So that's all I have. Listen to the rest of the net and enjoy it. Back to net control, KP0NHX.
All right, James, thank you for the update. Let's take a break there. Of course, first we had David, KE6GAE, and then I had James, KB0NHX, Mike, Kilo Echo 0, Zebra Mike. I think I got that call right. Is that correct, Mike?
Kilo Echo 0, Zulu Kilo Mike, Marvin in Battlefield. I'm on the 015. I was trying to use my HT and it's not working real well.
All right, Marvin, thank you. And then last we had Jim, KUC0, Iowa, and he's on 6-meter. All right, is there any other portable, mobile, or short-time stations? Please call now.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Mike Juliet, KE0, OMJ, Roger and Nixa. I'm sorry, an Ozark on the 270, no traffic, short time.
On the 270, no traffic.
Yeah, let me stop there, Roger. You got walked on. Somebody came in with Roger, KE0, OMJ, who was trying to call, please.
Kilo 0 Delta Sierra, Kent and Ozark. No traffic on the 270.
Can I get your call again, Kent, please?
Alpha Kilo 0 Delta Sierra, AK0DS.
All right, Kent, I got it that time. Thank you. Any other portable, mobile, short time?
Kilo Charlie 0, Papa Kilo Tango, KC0, PKD, Aaron and Nixa on the Nixa 270 repeater, no traffic.
Net control. Control, this is November 5th, Juliet Bravo Papa, N5JBP. Name is Joe. I'm in northeast Carroll County, Arkansas. Short time on the 015.
All right, we'll stop there and get caught up. We had Roger, KE0, OMJ. And then we had Kent, AK0DS, Aaron, KC0, PKB, and then I had N5JBP, and I did not catch your name.
N5JBP, name is Joe. I'm in northeast Carroll County, Arkansas.
All right, Joe, appreciate you checking in this evening. All right, let's move on to All-Star or Echolink. Anybody on All-Star or Echolink, please call now. All right, nothing heard for digital, and is there anybody wishing to check in? Any other check-ins? Please call now.
Randy, WZ0T, Whiskey Zulu 0 Tango. Calling from Nixa on 270.
This is Kilo Echo 0 Echo Uniform Juliet KE0 EUJ Paul West Joplin. Traffic.
Kilo Bravo 0 Tango Kilo Victor KB0 TKV Dave in Sparta on the Nixa 270 machine. No traffic.
All right, well, let's take a break there. We had Randy. Randy, I got Whiskey Zulu. I did not get the rest of your call.
That is Whiskey Zulu 0 Tango, WZ0T.
All right, Randy, thank you for the correction. Then I had Paul, is KE0, and I did not get the rest of your call.
That is Kilo Echo 0 Echo Uniform Juliet KE0 EUJ.
Paul, thank you for the correction. And you're in Joplin. And then Dave, KB on the 270. Is any corrections to any of those? All right. Is anybody else? Do we have any other further check-ins for this evening?
This is Kilo
KF0DM.
EAV, John in Nixa, no traffic.
This is Kilo Echo 0 Alpha Kilo November KE0 AKM. Steve, both on Joplin, no traffic on that 39.
I'm going to stop there. We had some doubles. John, somebody doubled up with you. Can you come back with your call and repeat her again, please?
Kilo 0 Echo Alpha Victor K0 EAV, John in Nixa. I'm on the 015.
Okay, and then I had Steve, that was KE0 AKN out of Joplin. And I think that's where the train wreck was. I think you two doubled up on each other. Is there any corrections to those? Okay, well, nothing heard. Is there any other further check-ins for this evening?
The Kilo Foxtrot 0 Delta Mike, Russ in Baxter Springs on the 39 machine.
This is November 0 Sierra Romeo Oscar, N0 SRO, Billy in Springfield on the 015, no traffic.
November 0 Yankee Hotel, N0YH, Chris out of Neosho on the 390.
All right, we'll stop there. Got Billy, N0S ROW on the 015. I had Russ. Russ, I got the first part of your call and then you cut out. Can I get a repeat on that, please?
Yeah, it's Kilo Foxtrot 0 Delta Mike, Russ in Baxter Springs on the 39.
Okay, thank you for that, Russ. And then Chris, I got part of yours, N0, and then I lost you.
Roger that. November 0 Yankee Hotel, N0YH.
All right, Chris, thank you for that, and you're out of Neosho.
Sorry about that,
All right,
folks.
any further check-ins?
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Quebec X-Ray Oscar, KF0 QXO, Jared out of Clever on the 224280.
We picked up Jared, Kilo Foxtrot 0 QXO on the 224280 out of Clever. Any further check-ins? All right, nothing more heard. This will conclude the Nixa Amateur Radio Club Thursday night net. All the repeaters remain linked together until 9 p.m. This will allow you to communicate cross-band with other amateurs on different bands and try out all your equipment. So until next week, everybody have a good rest of the week, good weekend, 73s to everybody. This is Kilo Echo Zero, Mike Papa India, KE0 MPI Paul, and I'll be clear from net.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you for stopping by KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham, where ham radio comes to life. I'm Dave, and I appreciate you stopping by and watching the videos, and I'd greatly appreciate a like and a subscribe. Like we talked about at the beginning of the net, we've got the trailer out at the Moore Expo this weekend, bringing ham radio to GMRS and CB operators, trying to grow the hobby, let them know all about what all ham radio is all about, and how actually the overlanders, GMRS, when they're actually traveling to their spots, GMRS and CB is good radio, but overlanders like to go out in the middle of nowhere and get completely off the grid. Show them how HF radio actually is good in those situations. So we're going to be spending the next 2 days out there with the trailer. It's not completely finished, but we got a good majority of the stuff done. It's fully operational. We just got a few more things to finish on it. Got to get the decals redone and stuff like that. But definitely looking forward to the next 2 days out at the Moore Expo. Hopefully we don't get any rain. And hopefully we'll see some people out there. But I want to say 73 for everyone. And I will tell you, Sean's not doing his net tonight. For the Simplex net, he's got lightning down around the house, so he's not going to be running the net tonight. Other than that, hopefully we'll catch people out around the Moore Expo. I'm going to try to do some live streaming from there. My channel, I don't have enough likes yet, subscribers yet to have unlimited, but there's definitely, I can live stream and from my phone and still have about 75 people at least be able to watch it. Actually, a little more than that. So we'll do some live streaming for out there and gonna have some fun and relax and bring ham radio to the masses. That's what I want to start doing with the club. I want to start being more involved in the public. I want to start doing more stuff with our trailer. Of course, we're big into MCOMs with the club, but I also want to get involved in other stuff because not everybody's into MCOMs. But ham radio is a hobby that everybody can enjoy. All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. We'll say 73, and hopefully we'll see you guys all at the Moore Expo this weekend. Have a good evening. 73.